Shall we start the meeting? Anand Prabhu sir?
Definitely, sir.
Yes. Good evening all. We have entered the third day of the Faculty Development Program on the broad topic Transformation in Indian Education through New Education Policy, Challenges and Opportunities. Technology is playing a great role in each field of our professional as well as daily life. Technology in education is providing more opportunities, skills, and creativity to learners and also reducing the gap between learners and teachers. Technology has also begun to change the role of teachers as well as learners. Technology is a powerful tool that can support and transform education in many ways, from making it easier for teachers to create instructional materials, enabling new ways for people to learn and work together. With the worldwide reach of the internet and the universality of smart devices that can connect to it, a new age of anytime, anywhere education is emerging. Computers and telecommunications are the principal technologies replacing and reshaping higher education. In spite of technological promises, its integration throughout our education has not been rapid. Many barriers to technology-based innovations exist within colleges and universities. Academic traditions such as the faculty-centered lectures make many professors reluctant to adopt alternative instructional strategies using the computer or telecommunication devices. The cost of many technological appliances also prohibits their easy adoption at many resource-limited institutions. Before technology became such a central part of institutional operations, many colleges paid for new and improved technologies from funds left over at the end of their annual budget cycle. Now that technology has become an essential and recurring investment, most institutions must keep additional funds to meet their increasing needs for technological resources. With this introductory note, now I request Professor Deepika Suvarna, Associate Professor and Head of the Department of English, Government First Aid College for Women, Mangalore, to welcome and introduce the keynote speaker of the day, Dr. Anand Prabhu, who is going to address on the topic, Role of Technology in the New Education Era. Over to you, madam. Over to you, madam. Professor Deepika Suvarna, madam. Deepika, madam. Deepika, madam.
Sir, I think it's okay. Shall we begin?
Just a minute, sir.
She's joining. Just a minute, Chandrasekhar. She's joining.
Yes. Sir, just a minute. Anand Prabhu, sir.
Absolutely no problem, sir.
Yes,
No problem.
yes, sir. Madam, unmute and speak, madam.
Madam Deepika, can you unmute yourself?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes, madam.
Yeah, see, the host didn't permit me to unmute. I'm sorry. It's an irony that, we are talking on technology and I'm unable to do it. All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
We can't see you, Deepika.
Yeah. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the third day of the faculty development program hosted jointly by Government First Grade College for Women, Mangalore, and St. Aloysius College, Mangalore. And today's topic, of course, is technology. What an irony. As we are aware, technology has revolutionized the field of education in the wake of the pandemic. It has greatly expanded our access to education today. Even those dwelling in remote corners are able to access it, any kind of formal education. Moreover, we have volumes of information available today at our fingertips. The process of teaching learning has become enjoyable too. Technology, however, has changed the role of educators. The magnitude of change is immense. If I may use the oxymoron, the change is the only constant factor in modern education system. It's become more of a learner-centric system today. However, as we are aware, any progress has its pitfalls. Cybercrime has escalated over these years. Hence, the consensus was to include a discussion on the use of technology in modern education system. Who else but Dr. Anant Prabhu, a veteran in the field of cybercrime investigation. Ladies and gentlemen, without much ado, let me introduce our resource person for this evening, Dr. Anant Prabhu ji. When it comes to qualifications, he has many a feather in his cap. An MTech in computer science, MBA in information science, diploma in cyber law, a PhD in computer engineering, doctoral research in computer science and technology. What more, Dr. Anand? Well, his areas of interest are cybercrime investigation and cyber law. He has conducted more than 2,000 workshops, and he is a trainer for Karnataka Judicial Academy, Bangalore, Karnataka Police Academy, Mysore, Police Training School, Gulbarga, and Mangalore City Police. He has published more than 25 articles in international journals and authored 8 books. Well, some of the titles have caught my attention. Apart from the Black Book for Teachers and Students, what interested me were titles like I Own the Monk's Ferrari, The Samurai Who Sold His Suzuki, and The Grandfather's Planchette. Waiting to read them. Currently employed as a professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering at Sahyadri College of Engineering and Management. He is a principal investigator in cybersecurity. With its introduction, I welcome you, Dr. Anant Prabhu, and participants. He'll be speaking on the role of technology in the new education era. I extend a cordial welcome to all the participants here on this platform today. Hope you all have a productive session. I now invite Dr. Prabhu to address the participants.
Thank you very much, Deepika ma'am, for the kind introduction. Really glad and really happy to hear, but I think you missed out one of the most important qualification of mine. That is, I graduated from St. Aloysius School and St. Aloysius Pew College. So since this program is organized by St. Aloysius, it's such an honor to see you, such an honor to see all of you, and also the participants here, because my alma mater is, I should say, one of the main reasons for what I am today. So thank you very much, ma'am. And if you can just give me 5 seconds, I'm going to share the presentation. Okay. So is the PPT visible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
I'm visible, PPT is visible, and everything is okay, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So thank you, Professor Chandra sir, and once again to Deepika ma'am and to everybody for giving me an opportunity to deliver a lecture on the role of technology in education. Okay. So on the very onset, I would like to offer my prayers to all those faculty members who have lost their lives, who are battling this COVID-19 pandemic. We have lost many of our near and dear ones as well, not from the teaching fraternity, but even others. So my prayers and my respects to them. And also I hope and pray that the Almighty gives strength to the family members to cope up with the loss, the irreparable loss, and also make sure that the world bounces back to how it was in 2018 at the earliest, because it's been a very harrowing time to all of us. So just can't wait to remove the mask and get back to the normal life. Anyways, so talking about education, we have come a long way through. So we have seen the Gurukul system, which existed for a pretty long time, and then we have seen changes. So the changes happened like the slate and the chalk, and then you have the blackboard and the chalk, and then the whiteboard and the projector. And now we never thought that we would be seeing this shift so quickly. That is, almost everyone, I should say 99.99% of the students have migrated to the digital learning. So things have changed like anything. If you've seen, it's taken a pretty long time from the slate to the blackboard or the green board, and then to the whiteboard. And right now, the change has happened absolutely fast. So this is the evolution of education. And we have seen different types of teachers. Now, if I ask this question to many of you, do you remember your favorite teacher? I'm pretty sure that you will have one or a few names in your mind. But then I would like to tell most of you that we are in this profession either by chance or choice. Okay, either by chance or choice. And most of us are here because of chance and not because of choice, because that is the little research that I had done, where I figured out that many people get into the field of teaching like me. I got into this field of teaching by chance and not by choice. If you had asked me this question when I was in my high school, when I was in St. Aloysius, in the high school, or also in the PUC, I don't think so you'd have heard me answering that I would want to become a professor. Never. I would have told you I wanted to become a doctor or an advocate, but not a teacher. But then, because of certain circumstances, I got into this field of teaching, and I would like to offer my obeisances and respects to my chairman, Dr. Manjunath Bhandari sir, for instilling that passion in me, for making sure that I love what I'm doing, to make sure, he made sure that I deliver my best. I improve every day. I give more than 100%. I walk the extra mile to ensure that I spread whatever little knowledge I have to max people. And I'm so glad that more than 5,000 people have registered for this program. Absolutely overwhelmed. Now, the question for all of you, I want to see in the chat box, Who is your most favorite teacher? Please answer in the chat box. I'm going to read it out because I've also kept my YouTube open. So on both, you can just comment, who is your most favorite teacher? I would like to know the name of the most favorite teacher. Okay, I'm seeing some names. Pushpa ma'am, Jayashree ma'am, Dr. Seema Negi ma'am. Very nice. Professor Vishnuvardhan Rao. So lucky these professors are, that they're being remembered by the professors and by assistant professors, teachers, everyone. Ansari sir and Karan sir, Hulgur sir, fantastic. See, many of them. Okay, my mother, very good. Mother and father, definitely they're the first teachers. My PT teacher. See, I'm getting so many names. Okay. Now the reason for this exercise is because I wanted to know how many of you remember your teachers, which I'm pretty sure that everybody remembers, especially the best teacher. If you ask me in my engineering who are all the teachers, probably I might not remember because that was way back. But then if you ask me some of the finest teachers, the best teachers, yes, I have their names at the tip of my tongue. Now the question for all of you is, remember back then, they never had the tools which we have right now. Do you agree? Yes or no? If you agree, please comment yes in the comment section that they never had the tools that we have. We have the luxury of so many tools, and those people without any tools, they made such an impact that it is lasting even now. Yes or no? But we have the tools right now. Now look at this, me addressing thousands of people, so many tools, but do you think we can make that level of impact? What those people did back then, where students were ready to give their lives for their teachers. Okay, the students, I repeat, were ready to give their lives for their teachers because that is the level of love, respect, command that the teachers enjoyed back then. But how is it going to be right now? I don't know. Let's see, because that's what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk about how education can be made even more impactful with technology. So what's the role of technology? Technology basically plays three roles. One, technology as a tutor. Okay, you have no teacher, you have nothing. You learn directly from the technology, number one. Number two, technology for teaching, which we are doing right now. Number three, technology for learning, which is the students are doing. So three things I repeat: technology as a tutor. So you learn by itself, no teacher, nothing. You can learn. Technology as a tutor, technology as a teaching tool, and technology as a learning tool. But technology has also helped to so many people with a lot of, I should say, shortcomings or a lot of limitations. Many of them need assistive technological requirements. Some people may not be able to hear. Some people may not be here to see. Some people may not be able to understand very clearly what I'm trying to tell here. So people have different limitations, but technology has made sure that it addresses most of these concerns. How? We will see in due course of time. Okay, so in the year 2010, you can see a helicopter, a pilot, a cameraman, and a camera. Everything has got replaced by one single drone. Yes or no? One single drone, everything is replaced. Similarly, even technology has changed a lot, and we are also seeing such types of students where they're telling they want online examinations. Look at that, online. I think Deepika ma'am is going to really take a, I don't know what, give them imposition or assignment or even suspend them for telling this online exam. Correct? It's unfortunate we are seeing something like this, but we are also seeing students who are buying these spectacles that you get on Amazon.com, which has got eyes printed on them so that they can simply sit in the class and sleep, but the teacher would presume that the boy or the girl is attentively listening, right? Also, we have seen instances where grandmother is taking the notes and the child is happily sleeping. We have also seen instances where we were telling the students, "Boss, this is not your house, sit straightly." Sit straight, sorry. And then, you know what used to happen? They used to somehow sit straight, but then right now they sit as they want at home, on their sofa, on bed, or wherever they want. So this is 2021 for you, my dear friends. Okay, now in a classroom, if at all a student sleeps, a teacher would politely tell, get up. A very good teacher would take a chalk and throw at that student. The best teacher probably would take a duster and throw at the student. So this is what I have seen. The first drone I saw in my life, I keep telling this in all my workshops, the first drone, the flying drone that I saw was a duster coming straight to my face. So this is how we used to wake up. But right now, Zoom, it had a feature which has been removed because of privacy concerns called attendee attention tracking. So here what happens is, if somebody is not attentively listening to me, the Zoom would notify me and tell, look, somebody is not listening to you. Or if at all somebody has kept this open, why? Most of them attend these lectures for what? Because they can get a certificate. Now, what will they do with the certificate? They would submit it to the college so that they can get those brownie points when it comes to NAC and NBA and whatnot. So what most of them do, they simply keep the window open and they open 2 or 3 other apps, Amazon or any of these apps, do shopping or chat with somebody and do whatnot. Because I have seen whenever I ask questions, I don't get a lot of response. Why is this? That is because it is on and the person is not there. But if it was with that feature, I would have got to know if somebody is listening to me or not. Or also if somebody is using any background apps or not. So technology has evolved, no doubt. Undoubtedly, technology has evolved, and it was very hard for us to bunk classes also. Back then, especially in St. Aloysius, don't even think of bunking, because the father used to stand outside and anybody comes out of the class, he used to just put us in. But then in other schools, I have seen jumping the compound walls and going and all that. But right now it is very easy, no? Just mute yourself and then switch off the camera. Done. Bunk. So easy. Yes or no? Very easy. Nothing you have to do. Mute and camera off. That is how the new age bunking happens. And if you ask me this question, online learning is better or offline learning, then I would anytime vouch for offline learning with a little bit of online learning. But right now, do we have a choice? We don't have. So we have to go with online learning. So I'll be touching upon aspects of online learning, offline learning, and also a little bit of blended learning. Okay. So right now what is happening is synchronous learning, where I am live and you're all there. I am delivering a lecture. You're all listening to me. You have any questions, you can always shoot in the comment section. Okay, so this is how it happens. And asynchronous is where you record this entire session, which is obviously getting recorded, and people later on, they will listen to me. But then if they have any questions, they can't online, they can't ask a doubt, but then they will have to wait. They may have to email, or they may have to WhatsApp or something like that. So that's the difference, but both have their own advantages and disadvantages. In case of synchronous, if your internet is not good, or if you're not free, you are unable to attend. But in case of asynchronous, at peace, whenever you want, even if the internet is slow, no problem, you keep it for download and then you can watch. So both have got their advantages and disadvantages. Now I'm going to talk about some technology which we are using in education. I want to know if you people have used this or not. If yes, you please comment yes. Number one, Google Classrooms, one of the best tools for engaging online classes, wherein you can create tests, you can design syllabus, you can grade, you can give marks also, you can also send the report cards, attendance tracking, a lot of features, Google Classroom. Similarly, you also have Schoology. Okay, so in Schoology, what happens is a similar platform like Google Classroom, where the entire school is bundled up in one online platform. Then you can use Flipgrid. See, I'm going to give this my PPT to all of you. Okay, so you don't have to note down. Don't waste time noting down. The entire PPT will be shared. 235 slides are there. I'm going to share the whole thing. I want you to learn, read, probably add a few more things and send it back to me, and also send it to everyone, because I believe education should be absolutely open for all. Okay, so there is no hidden agenda or anything here. So this is how it is. So Kiran ji is telling we cannot identify the exact students attend or respond. Of course you can. What happens is we'll have to take a certain the premium feature should be there, wherein it will track attendance and also it'll give you the reports. I'll talk about it later. And attendance tracking system, attention tracking system that I spoke about, that one is also removed for now. That's a problem. Noise. Okay, for noise also I've got a solution. I will come to it. Okay, then you can also, especially for the teachers and those who want to blend the STEM, that is science, technology, and all that, so they can use Make Wonder. It is one more superb tool where you can teach students with the help of coding, because students love games, they love coding, they love everything related to that. So if you can teach it in that same way, they understand better. You can also make math fun by using Prodigy. Prodigy is a fantastic tool to make math fun, because you ask out of 100 students, you ask all of them, which is a subject that you don't like. I'm pretty sure the majority of them are going to tell math. Math is a fantastic subject. I was lucky to get some of the best faculties to teach me math. So that is why I love math. But I don't think so many of them have that luxury of getting the best faculties. In fact, all the faculties are the best, no doubt. It's only how they deliver, what tools they use to make sure that the students understand. So we will see how this is done. Okay, then you can also use this insert learning. So you have a website, you want to comment, you want to ask questions, and you want to send it to your students. A superb tool, very simple. Open any website, you can annotate, you can put comments, you can put questions there, and you can send it to the students. They can respond and give it back to you. A good tool. So this is insert learning. Now this is one thing which I want you all to understand. Many who are telling me, sir, what is this? Labs I can't do. I can't help the students understand practical stuff. No limitations at all. Look at this. This girl looks like she's wearing glasses and she's riding her cycle. But the glass that she's wearing is called Google Cardboard, 150 rupees. I repeat, 150 rupees is the cost of that. You just buy that Google Cardboard, put your phone inside that particular Google Cardboard, and this is how it is. Look at that. So you take the phone, you put it inside, and then you get a complete 3D environment. We call this as VR. Anyone, what is VR? Respond, please. What is VR? This is VR. VR stands for, anyone? No response? Everybody has muted and gone away. Virtual reality, exactly. So this is virtual reality. Very good. So you can use virtual reality to train, to teach. Now see, instead of telling what the Taj Mahal is, what you can do is you can go to YouTube and you can just type the virtual reality Taj Mahal video, or you can put 360-degree Taj Mahal video. You'll get that beautiful video. Ask that student to open the video, put it inside the Google Cardboard and walk. He will feel like he is walking inside Taj Mahal. You don't have to go via Agra or Delhi or anywhere. Nothing. You simply sit in your home, wherever your house is. I stay in Bijay. You stay in Bijay. You stay wherever you want. Put Google Cardboard, travel wherever you want. If you want the real experience, switch off the fan because Agra is very hot. But if you're watching Switzerland, probably put your AC on 10 degrees and then enjoy Switzerland. So this is how it is. So we call this as virtual reality. There is one more aspect called as AR, that is augmented reality, which I love. So what exactly is augmented reality? This is virtual reality where a person sees that what he is going through, because this will help him to understand. Now, you know that what you see, what you experience, you actually understand it far better rather than I simply tell you about something. So look look at this. You can see a simple textbook, but when the person keeps the phone on the textbook, the entire textbook comes to life. So this is called as augmented reality, and this is mixed reality, which is a blend of virtual reality and augmented reality, where the students can sit at home and they can conduct the lab practicals or anything at home. So this is the beauty of VR, AR, and MR. So the next time you complain telling that you cannot perform practicals, absolutely no excuse. Of course you can. Only thing is you need to know which tools to use: AR, VR, and MR. So this is the app. It's called overlyapp.com. Go to this website and create your own tools. Create your own virtual augmented reality. And see, there is one more question here. So in the Department of Botany, how can we do the sectioning? Of course you can do it. You can please, I will send it to you later. Such superb tools are there wherein it looks like you're zooming into the microscope and you're getting into 10x, 20x, 30x, something like that, so that the student can understand the topic so well that you wake up the student at 12 o'clock in the midnight and you tell what is that plant and tell me the parts. The student will be very happy to answer. And also, you can use this Anchor app. Anchor app is a superb app which you can use for creating podcasts. Now, what are podcasts? You can create your own audio files, very good audio files, and then you can just send it across to students. So students, when they're traveling by bus or they're traveling by train or they're simply sitting at home and wasting the time, they can just put their earphones and they can listen to the lectures. So these are called podcasts, which some of the best faculties in the world, they do it. Now, you can create such fantastic graphs. Now, you can see these graphs here. You can have these superb graphs wherein you can use tools like chart blocks. Okay, now chart blocks is a tool where you can create very eye-catching these graphs. See, now people are asking the skills, the practical skills you will not learn, obviously, because I have told this point very clearly in the beginning itself. I always vouch for offline with a blend of online. But right now we have no offline, so we are forced to teach everything online. Do you think my lecture would be this impactful if it was offline? No, it would be 10 times more impactful. I repeat, my lecture would have been 10 times more impactful than what you're listening to me right now. But what do I have any other choice? Do I have any other option? No, we will have to go with the flow. So I'm trying to deliver whatever best I can with the limited resources that I have. Okay, now you can also create these superb timetables, make it public and send it across to your students so that they know when you're going to engage the lecture, because our timetable has got haywire, yes or no? So classes are not getting organized, conducted on time and things like that. So your timetable, whatever it is, you can schedule it this way so that the other teachers can also see, so that they don't overlap their classes with yours, for which you need to use freecollegeschedulemaker.com. So you can use either Google Calendar or you can use this freecollegeschedulemaker.com and you can do it. Okay. Next one. Many students have problems remembering. So many formulas, so many concepts, derivations, and all that to remember. My God, how to remember? Rote learning. Because Indian education system, unfortunately, if your memory power is good, you get good marks. Yes or no? Do you agree with me? Memory power is good, you get good marks. Yes or no? If yes, please say yes. If no, please say no. But don't say don't know. Okay. So this is how it is in the Indian education system. But what do we have a choice? We have to make sure that the students learn. So how do we make sure that they learn? Use mind maps. So by using mind maps, you can go to this mindmapping.com. You can create these beautiful maps which look like neurons, which will help the student to understand the concepts much better. Retention becomes much stronger, so that they don't forget the important topics that they're studying, and they can remember, they can recollect, they can recall, and they can also write in the exam hall without going blank. Many students have this problem. Yes or no? They remember everything, but when they get into the exam hall, blank. Yen sir, what to do sir, kya kare sir, blank sir, no blank, nothing, only blank check. You will have to what? You will have to use mind map so that you don't have the problem. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Books, any book that you want, you get it where? Google Books. So go to books.google.com, download any book that you want. If people tell that, sir, no access to library. Why library? Go to books.google.com, you will get most of the books. And you can also read the ebooks on your tab, on your laptop, on your phone, anywhere you can read. So this is again the role of technology in education, but there is something beyond that, which is, I told you that time, augmented reality. Look at this. Instead of just giving them a book, give them an AR option where you can bring that particular dead book to life. This is the best part about augmented reality. Of course, the book is all dead, right? There's nothing. What the author has written, that ends there. But then you can bring it to life. How? By using AR, Overly app. I told you that time, create using Overly app. Okay. Now, what is this? What is this? Can anyone tell me? Somebody who tells the right answer gets a prize. They get a prize. Probably you will also get a coffee with me. So coffee with Anand, not coffee with Karan. So anyone, what is this? What tool is this? Anyone? Ye kya hai? Yes, exactly. So Logan, yeah, right. You're right. It's called 3D printing. Please connect with me later, sir, so that you get your prize. So this is 3D printing. So you can use a 3D printer to make a model of anything that you want, right? So I hope that you have used 3D printers. They've been in the market for a very long time, and they're not very expensive. Again, when they came into the market, when they first came, 3.5, 4 lakh, 5 lakhs and all that. Now even for 15,000, 20,000, you get a good 3D printer where you can do fantastic models. You can also print organs now. Yeah, we have reached the stage where we can print 3D printed organs are there. So the zoology faculties, probably this would excite you. And then we can also use technology of fingerprints instead of attendance marking. So I always tell, don't mark attendance, keep a fingerprint reader outside the class so that the student punches and gets in. Don't waste that 5-10 minutes, the roll call, asking them to stand up, sit down. Somebody doesn't stand up, you get irritated because teachers have solid ego. Even I have no doubt, if a student doesn't stand, I get irritated. Now, how to make sure that the student doesn't stand, nor I call his name or her name? Simple, put that thing outside and they punch, they go inside. Done. So this is what we need to do, use technology. And okay, there is one more superb website, commonsense.org, which many students lack and which many of us also lack, unfortunately. So commonsense.org is a website where you learn those little bit aspects of teaching, of the online, the technology and things like that, which you can use. Okay, so for different grades also it has been segregated. So accordingly, you can use it. And teachers, if you want to create a book, I know that if you want to become an author. So when I, in fact, wrote my first book, it was so hard for me to get the book designed, self-publish, ISBN, print it, and so difficult. Now you have Notion Press and all that. But let us assume that you don't want to make it a global book, but you just want to send it to your students. Use this beautiful app, bookcreator.com. So whatever notes you have, because I still remember some of Lawrence Pinto sir was there for me in physics. Superb sir, one of the main reasons why I love teaching. So Lawrence Pinto sir's notes we used to love. So that notes, use Book Creator and send it as PDF files. Students would love it so much, probably they may even lick their phones, So that much of passion that will get into the student, which will help them to learn better. You can also use Edthena. Now, what is Edthena? Now, after my session, probably you may tell, if I ask this question, how was my lecture? And then you also get that feedback form, and then you get a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Some of them may say 5, some of them may say 4. Why 4? Because he did not wear black coat. I don't like gray. And you can get any of these, because I've seen some people. Once I pulled up somebody and then he gave me 1. He said, why? Because I didn't like you pulling me up, sir. So feedback has to be given by the right people. Otherwise, it is not feedback. And feedback has to be constructive, which will help you to get better. Now, if you ask me to take this lecture the next time, it should be better than what I'm taking right now. For that, you should get the right feedback. To get the right feedback, what you should do, you should use this website called Edthena, wherein when you are engaging a lecture, simply keep a camera there and you engage. That's it. Now, you are going to upload it. The best of the teachers are going to go through your lectures. They're going to give you comments. They're going to tell you what are your strengths. They're going to give you suggestions. They're going to give you notes. They're going to give you ask questions. They're going to make you much, much better. Because if you are X, you should be X plus 1 or X plus 2 or X plus 3. Incremental improvement, I repeat, incremental improvement should be there. Even if you improve 1% every day, by the end of the year, you would have improved 37 times. I repeat, 1% every day would make you better by 37 times. So that shows we have to constantly evolve. We are not trees to be static. We are dynamic. Now look at this. You can also put questions like this, COVID and which protein and all that. So you can leave them empty, blank there. And you can use tools like quiz. There are many tools where you can create quizzes. Okay, so you can use such tools to ask questions to the students. And also technology should not only be used in teaching, even in the university, even in the college, even in the classroom, technology should be there. So it comes from the entry. When you enter itself, your vehicle should be identified, where you park, and when you walk, your RFID cards. And so technology is where wherever possible, it has to be used, because it's going to make our life simpler. It should not complicate things, because I've seen many people feel that once technology is there, things become very complicated. But then why the hell do you need technology? Technology should make your lives simpler. Now you can also use Grammarly, because many of them, including me, when I talk, I can talk pretty well, but when I write, my grammar probably would not be all that great. So I can use Grammarly, and it's going to tell me where are the mistakes that I've made, so that it can revise, and it can make sure that my entire notes is polished very nice, and I can submit it to all the students, because you never know. The student might have a friend in the US of A, and the student may straight away send it to his friend, and his friend in the US of A should also love your notes. So we should always come out of that mindset. I am a teacher of this school. I am a teacher of this college, this university. No, I am a global teacher. After my today's presentation, if I ask all of you, you are working in a particular college, with all due respect and love, but you are a global teacher. I repeat, you are a global teacher. You can also use honor lock. Many teachers tell me, sir, how to conduct exams? These people are copying, these people are malpractice, this, that. Nothing to worry. Use honor lock. Paid, of course, is a paid exam proctoring solution. Superb. No student can copy. Nothing. Fantastic. Check it out. You will love it. Honor lock. You can also use Proctorio. This is another for conducting exams, because you should never tell me that online exams cannot be conducted or people are copying, how to get hold of them. So online proctoring, it locks the screen, it verifies originality and content protection and whatnot. Super. Okay. And how many of you pursuing PhD? Raise your hands. How many of you? Or put in the comment section, PhD. How many of you कौन यहाँ PhD कर रहे हैं? यारेला PhD ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. Okay, no PhD, no one research badwa. Many. Super. So if you're doing PhD, so if you're pursuing your PhD, then it's very important to understand this tool. It's called Turnitin. It is the best tool for PhD awarded. Super. Okay, best tool for what? Plagiarism. Exactly, plagiarism, because they call it as plagiarism also. So I'm using the term plagiarism because everybody understands it as plagiarism. So now this plagiarism, basically what happens is we have this very bad habit of copying contents from here, there, and just putting it and telling this is my work. No, It's not our work. What is actually our work has to be copyright protected, and it should be really ours. Correct. Similarity index. So don't copy. Use Turnitin, and also you can use Educative. This is another website where people can learn a lot of things very quickly, 50% faster. Now, why this? For certain courses, you expect students to have basic knowledge of some other building block courses. Now, if they do not know, or if they do not have that knowledge, nothing to worry. Ask them to go to Educative and pursue that course and come finish. Then the student will have that whatever prerequisites to understand. Now also you can go through this, the new EdTech Classroom, fantastic tool where it talks about how you can deliver world-class presentations, superb PPTs, and how you can make sure that can we get recording of this video? Of course, you will definitely get the recording as well as the PPT. Okay, so this is a fantastic website, the new EdTech Classroom. I want all of you to please visit that, which will help you to to make your pedagogical skills far superior than what it is right now. Now I have seen one thing here. Okay, somebody's telling the session is useless. That's okay, absolutely fine. Okay, now many of them are feeling like, okay, I'm delivering the best lecture, but my students are not understanding. What do I do? What do I do? So the first point is, we need to understand our students. Like, you know, Amit Chaudhary said, we need to understand our students, what our students basically want. Now, what they want, if you are unable to deliver, definitely they will not like it. What they want, if you are going to deliver, definitely they will like it. So unfortunately, I did not have the time, and I did not have the facilities to interact with you well in advance to get your requirements. But whatever little it is, I have. Okay, it's useful, useless. That's okay, absolutely fine. Now, I want to tell you that teaching is a combination of content, educator, parents, and learners. And you know, it's one-to-one direct associative relationship. I'll tell you why. Okay, you have to unlock the brain of the student, and then get into how to get into. First, you need to understand this. Now, this whatever shoes you can see here, can you tell me which color it is? Can anyone tell me? Is it pink and white, or is it teal and gray? Is it pink and white? Pink in the sense peach, yeah, peach and white, or teal and gray? Anyone, please. Pink and white. Arpita Ghosh is telling pink and white. Okay, so Srimati B.R. Patel is telling teal and gray. Apurva is telling teal and gray. Some are telling pink and white. Can you see the difference? I've not changed my slides. My slide is the same, but people are seeing different colors, isn't it? So this is how we perceive things. I repeat, this is how we perceive things. What you want to show? No, I wanted to show some color, but you are seeing some other color. What can I do? So, so I'm getting different answers. I'm glad. Now, so different colors, that's because we have two hemispheres in our brain, left and right. So which is more dominant and all that, you see that later. You need to understand first, which is your dominant brain. Which is your dominant brain, left or right? If I ask you this question, Amir Khan is divorced or is he married? You're going to tell, no, he got divorced 2 times. If I ask you this question, Hrithik Roshan has got 5 fingers or 6 fingers? 6 fingers. Obama, what is his wife's name? You know. That Clinton, he had one whatever, that lover or paramour or whatever you call. Who was that? You know. But if I ask you, you are left-brained or right, Mrs. Obama, if you are left-brained or right-brained, we don't know. So the first thing I want you to take is a test, which is available for free on Google. Just go and search left-right brain test and try to figure out which is your dominant brain, number one. After that, students in the classroom, there are 4 types. Okay. Now see, when it comes to school teachers, they have to undergo B.Ed, M.Ed and all that. But when it comes to college teachers, I'm talking about degree and post-graduation, you finish your post-graduation and you become an assistant professor straight away. Now, we don't understand the science of teaching because we've not done our B.Ed. Most of us have not done our B.Ed or M.Ed. So we need to understand that there are 4 types of students: visual, auditory, kinesthetic, and read write. Okay, so your lecture should be such that you address all the 4 students, because I've seen some teachers, they talk like this. To today's class, I'm going to talk about visual, auditory, kinesthetic. See, there is no variation in the voice. If there is no variation in the voice, students are not, auditory students will not be impressed. Now, visual, if you don't use colors, if you don't do some presentation or action and all that, the visual students will not like. Now, if you're not going to show them practically, this is the remote, this is how you open it, this is how you close it, the kinesthetic students are not. If you don't write it properly on the board, read write students are also not going to like it. So we need to understand what type of students are there. So first thing that you need to do is understand what you are, left, right. Second thing, ask the students to take VRK test. Again, it's a free test, so you understand your students. So this is how we are using technology. This is how we are using technology to understand your students so that you can deliver better, best, superb lectures. Third, try to understand what is the IQ level of the class. No. Now see, I take classes for different types of students. I take classes for PU students, I take classes for degree students, I take for PG, I take for IPS officers, I take for the judicial officers. Now, we need to understand what's the IQ of the students, right? Of the participants. If you don't understand their IQ, then what is the point? How are you going to make an impact? You need to understand who those people are. You need to understand whether you are having monkeys there, donkeys there, fishes there, birds there, elephants there. And with due respect to all the animals, I love animals so much that I stopped eating them. Okay, now let me tell you, why did I tell this is because first thing is you need to understand what type of students are there. Second, according to that, you have to deliver your presentation. So you can also take up this personality type test. 16 types of personalities are there. See, that is why they tell, no, what is that? Teaching is like walk in the park, it says. And then somebody said, yes, that park is Jurassic Park. Exactly. So that is how it is. So you have different types of students of different personalities. You have different types of students with VAKR. You have different types of students left, right. My God. And you are expected to teach. Teaching isn't easy, my dear friends. Due respect to all of you, great. You people are great, because handling a batch of 60, 80, not easy. Okay. And also the aptitude test. Aptitude is very important. Like, see, these type of questions we need to keep solving, all of us. Use technology, because neurobics, it is called neurobics. You can use these things to improve. Why? Because such questions are very important for us to grow our brain. Because earlier the science said that the brain that you are born with is the brain that you're going to die with. Okay, I repeat, the brain that you're born with is the brain that you're going to die with. But right now we have understood that brain grows. Brain is like a muscle. It grows. So how does it grow? It grows when you give it exercise, give it the right exercise, and the brain is going to grow. And also the student performance. See, I have seen many coaching classes in Bangalore, coaching classes. I have seen many tuition centers, many classrooms and all that. All nonsense. I'll repeat, all nonsense. Why? Because if I ask you what is the difference between coaching and teaching, then you should know the answer. That if you're going to coach somebody, Sachin Tendulkar has a coach. Why? The coach is going to identify Sachin personally, and he's going to give those inputs what Sachin has to improvise so that he doesn't get out, isn't it? But where all these things happen in coaching class? Coaching class is a repetition of tuition, your regular class. Same teacher comes, takes the same class again and goes. That is not how the classes should be. We as teachers should know, once we take a test, what are the types of students, what is the highest mark, lowest mark, the student's performance in the previous test, and is the student improving, which are those areas the student is weak. So to understand all these things, we have to use tools. Otherwise, it is not possible. You put all the marks in an Excel file and tell that, you know, the graph is there. No, it doesn't work that way. You need to understand the median, you need to understand the percentile, you need to understand a lot more things, for which you can please use this tool called Newton. K-N-E-W, Newton. So Newton is a fantastic tool which helps you to understand your students better. You can also use Bold BI. So this is another student performance analysis tool. Student performance analysis tool is very important for all of us to have. Why? Because if we do not know our students, then who will know our students? So this is very important. Bold BI. Okay. Now, to engage fantastic classes, what do you need? You have to have a certain technological tools with you. So what are those tools? So this is a setup. So if you're going to take an online class, this is the setup that you should be having. So I will be talking about each of the tools that you need, which will help you to deliver world-class presentations. So the first tool is a laptop. Now, why do you need a laptop? You need a laptop to engage lectures. So when you need a laptop should have a processor. Now, which processor? You can use Intel or AMD. Anything is fine, but make sure your laptop has got 4 cores. 4 cores. Why? Because some of those features in online lectures get activated, like a virtual background and all that, only when there are 4 cores. So this is very important. I'm going to use a virtual background right now so that you feel I have suddenly moved over somewhere. Look at this. How is this? Superb, right? I'm somewhere else. Now, how did this happen? That's because I used virtual background. Now, if my laptop didn't have 4 cores, this feature wouldn't have come. Now, next one. So how much RAM? 6 to 8 GB RAM is superb. So 8 GB is good. 4 GB, yeah, you can run, but 8 GB, good RAM. Okay. Many teachers make this mistake, keeping the laptop open and writing on the board. No student will be able to read it. Remember, instead invest on 1,500 rupees web camera and put it for your, and make sure that the web camera is 120-degree wide angle. I repeat, 120-degree wide angle web camera, so that the entire board gets covered. Okay. I've seen some teachers, hats off to such teachers, for the hanger she just put the phone. Why? Because that time suddenly lockdown happened and she didn't know how to keep her phones, because phone, if she keeps it, will fall. So instead, you can now, for 600 rupees, you can buy this device. What is this called? Anyone? And what is the name for this? Quick. What's the name? What is this called? It's called a tripod. Okay, yeah, exactly. Ravindraji has said it's called a tripod. So you can use a tripod, you can use a gimbal. Now, gimbal is a superb tool. I use a gimbal. Now, why is a gimbal used? You keep the gimbal there and you keep your phone, and the gimbal is going to move in the direction where you're moving. I'm not asking you to dance, but when you're taking a lecture, when you're moving around, the gimbal will automatically move. It will move so that when you write on the board, it properly focuses and the students can understand far better. You can use a DSLR camera or you can use a regular camera, doesn't matter. But if you're using a phone camera, buy this attachment, this holder, so that you can put it to the tripod. Okay, I have also seen some teachers using a glass board and keeping the phone on that and writing. Hats off to such teachers. But please remember, whatever effort you're putting, the students would not like all these things. Why? Because the students get such good contents online. Why would they want to read the notes that you have written with so much difficulty? So instead, invest 2,500 rupees on this XP pen. So this is a fantastic tool where it's like a slate. Whatever you write comes on the screen. If you have a touch screen, then no problem solved. Otherwise, buy this XP pen. This is a superb tool that you can buy. Use a mic. Now, why am I audible? Because I'm using a mic. So use a nice mic. It can be a table mic, it can be a collar lavalier mic, or it can be a headset with a mic, or you can also use a wireless mic like how I'm using right now, or yeah, it can be any of them. Okay. And also the chair is important. Now, why the chair is important? As you go back and front, some of the chairs make so much screeching noise that you feel like you're watching that Darna Mana Hai or that Z horror show, that type of sound comes when the chair goes, and the students all will start laughing, and you will tell my class is noisy. Okay, and also you're sitting for a very long time on the chair, you start getting neck pain, back pain, lower back, upper back, middle back, everywhere the pain starts coming. So a good ergonomically designed chair is the need of the hour. If your room is having a good echo problem, then you can buy this very nice, which is called as 1 second, we're not getting adequate. I'm so sorry that you're not getting the salary to buy that, but then I wish and pray that you get soon whatever the salary and also these tools. Okay, now, so pyramid acoustic foams, you just stick it on the walls and the echo goes off. Okay, and you can also, if you feel that my walls get dirty, use these floor matting, which are called sound blankets, which will absorb, it will absorb the echo. Also the fan, if you are using, make sure that the fan does not make noise, and also the air doesn't fall straight on the microphone, so that the students will not be able to hear whatever efforts that you're putting in. The students will not be able to hear. And how many of you have this problem? You have a dog at home, or your neighbor has a dog, or you're living in the main road where there is all buses and all that, lots of noise. How many of you have this problem? Bus problem, dog problem, or a small kid at home. If a kid is there, you can't even put plaster. Human rights people will come. So all these things are there, isn't it? Some people are asking me to share the PPT. Definitely I'll share the PPT, no doubt on that. Okay, now this problem, if you're having, I want you to please go to this crisp.ai. So this is a fantastic free tool. For 240 minutes you get the superb feature of noise cancellation, which means when I'm talking, even if a dog is barking in the next room, I repeat, even if a dog is barking, you will not be able to hear the dog bark. Why? Because crisp.ai is a artificial intelligence tool which cancels out all the other noise other than my noise. I'm like the Arnab Goswami. What I talk, only people have to hear. Nobody else can talk. So this type of experience, if you want while teaching, you can please do that. Okay, and also if you are having a problem listening to other sounds, now see what you are talking, it's getting cancelled by crisp.ai. But if you want the cancellation, you can buy a very good microphone, which can a microphone with the earphone, definitely. So the earphone, as you put in, it gives you a certain amount of noise isolation, and you can also buy these noise cancellation phones. So what these noise cancellation earphones do is, if there is a noise coming from outside, the processor inside the earphone, it generates anti-noise, so that the noise and anti-noise gets together, they merge, interference, and it cancels. So I have to break my head to teach this noise, anti-noise, interference, cancel. Instead, if I just use this, okay, I show you, this is the earphone, this is the noise. You have a microphone, a speaker, it generates one anti-noise, noise and anti-noise gets cancelled, finish. So easily explainable topic. We are actually breaking our lungs out. Why to do all these things? Why to do all these things? Very simple. Use the GIFs, GIF. Use such nice animations from Powtoon. I repeat, go to this website called Powtoon, and what it's going to do, it's going to help you create these beautiful animations which will help the visual, auditory, kinesthetic, read, write, all the participants in your particular lecture will be very happy to see this. Yes, Dr. Balaji is saying it's a destructive interference. Absolutely, sir. Okay, and also your posters, nice, beautiful posters if you want to create for your class, and not just class. Yeah, why you can also take workshops if you're a subject matter expert. Why can't you take a lecture? Now, if I'm going to tell that I'm going to take a lecture on this particular topic, how to engage superb classes, won't you attend? How many of you would want to attend if I take a lecture? Please put yes in the comment section. Nobody's putting yes. My God. Okay, I'm getting yes, thank God. Okay, so this is how it is, isn't it? So you can create these fantastic posters by a tool called as Canva. I repeat, Canva is the tool. You can use that tool for creating world-class posters. Now, also make sure that when you are in the room, the camera is in the front, back side, there is no window, because if the window is there, what will happen? What will happen? The camera will focus on the window and you will appear absolutely dark. So make sure there is no window. If there is a window, put a screen, simple. And use this LED ring lights. They come in 3 colors. You can just change the color, and 3 LED ring lights should be there. 3. So 2 in front of you, 1 behind you. Okay, 2 in front of you, 1 behind you, 1 at 100%, 1 at 50%, 1 at 25 or 10%. Now, why? See, with 1 light, with the 2 lights, with the 3 lights, you can see the difference, isn't it? Now, you may ask, what, sir? I'm not doing some fashion show to come like that. I know you're not doing fashion show, but I want to remind you that there are friends of mine who are earning 5 to 10 lakh rupees per month. Now, somebody told me that time you're not getting paid. Don't wait for your college to pay you. I repeat, don't wait. Create income, generate income. How can you generate income? Very easy. If you are having good lectures, good content, put it on Udemy, and you can earn money like crazy, Okay. So if you are good at something, never offer it for free. Number 1. Number 2, if you're good at something, you have to generate the revenue from that. Monetize. I repeat, monetize. So this is very, very important. So look at this. These are the names of the teachers who are having 100K plus students. My God, 100K plus students, where they're earning a lot of money from Udemy. But if you're going to put lectures on Udemy, please use 3 lights, use this setup so that you appear very nice. Now, I am appearing good. Yes or no? I am very bright now. Why? 3 light system is used, mic is used, everything is used so that you are enjoying my today's lecture. Simple. Okay. Now, as far as possible, use a green screen. Why green screen? So that you can also put a video backside. You can use that virtual background in a very effective way. That green screen is called as chroma. So put a green screen and take your lectures so that you can explain, like the weather report, you're explaining, and at backside it keeps changing and all that. So you can do all these things. You can make your lecture superb. So this is very, very important. Look at this room. Poor guy, room is not all that great. So what does he do? He just selects virtual background. Simple, as simple as that. Virtual background he puts, and it looks like he's somewhere. I showed you this example that time. But for this, what is the processor that you need? What is the processor? Please, anyone tell me which is the processor? How many cores you need in the processor? How many cores? So happy to see people from different places. Superb. 4 cores, quad core, minimum quad core. Okay. So this is very, very important. Otherwise, virtual background option will never show up. Now, also, when you are taking a lecture, make sure that you have a wireless presenter to change the slides. I've seen some teachers keeping laptop there, coming again, pressing the button and going, coming again, or asking some student, you come and press my button. He can't focus on your class or on the button. Instead, buy this 2,000 rupees, you can change slides. Now you may tell, I can't invest 2,000 rupees. No problem. Please download this free app, Wi-Fi presentation remote, connect it to your laptop. Simple. From your phone only, you can keep changing the slides. As simple as that. And if you want a whiteboard at home, buy this wet track sticker, put it on the wall and start writing with your markers. Done. Your wall becomes whiteboard. Or put a whiteboard, use colors. Why colors? Because I told you, visual students are there. If you use same color, they'll not like. Use different colors and take feedback. They'll tell, wow, what a superb teacher. Okay, so this is very important. And you can invest on a projector if you want. Projectors right now start from 3,000 rupees. But why projector? You can directly put the PPT on the screen and you can show. But UPS is very important. Suddenly power goes because many of our laptops are not having enough backup. So you should not have if the class gets cancelled, then some the screen gets blank and all that. The whole Josh will go. Whatever the flow is there, it will go. So I request you to invest on a UPS. A simple 20 minutes backup UPS should be fine. And you can use Zoom, you can use Geo. I prefer GeoMeet. Why? Because GeoMeet is made in India, but Zoom, the functionalities that it offers are fantastic, no doubt. And also, many of you are uploading your content on YouTube. Now, when you're putting it on YouTube, Sir, in rural and tribal areas, how is it possible for teacher institute not providing facilities? So I understand. See, we are having some issues, but whatever issues you're having, sir, we will try to resolve it, because you connect with me later. We will see how we can come out with some good solutions for that. Okay, definitely, I'm there for you. Okay, now see, this is a YouTube video. You are uploading a content on YouTube video. Many of them make mistakes. See, the first thing that they need to make is, I told you, many people need that assistance in learning. Okay, so the special assistance, so the student may not be able to hear. Now, in that case, whatever I'm talking right now, if there is somebody here in today's lecture, they are unable to hear. Now, they would not understand what the hell am I talking. So instead, if this in the YouTube there, if this right now it is getting played on YouTube, so there is an option there called live captions. It's called live captions. If they can just enable that live captions, whatever I'm talking, live captions will come. Superb, no? So even if they're having hearing problems, they're able to read it, number one. Also, when you're uploading a video, there are three options for the video: public, private, and unlisted. Now, if you make it public, anybody can search for your video and they can play. If it is private, only those people whom you email, they will be able to get it. Now, what if that guy emails it to somebody else? The other person will not be able to read it or view it. Why? Because it is private. And also, you can make a video as unlisted. If somebody searches for it, they'll not get. Only those people with the link will be able to get it. Okay, so this is how public, private, and unlisted. So you can see that. Anyways, the PPT I'm giving it to you. Read the more details about it. Good Wi-Fi connection is needed. Why? Because videos are of different quality. In the YouTube, people who are watching it right now, can you tell me on what clarity are you watching it? Can you please tell me on what clarity you are watching it? Right now, I'm watching it on 480 pixels. Right now on YouTube, I'm watching it on 480 pixels. Others, what 720? We are very good, very good. I'm streaming it right now on 1080, but very good. So you're getting it 720. So remember, you can put it as auto, especially those people with the internet connection which is weak. Put it on auto. YouTube decides what clarity it has to show. Okay, you simply don't put 480 or 720, and then you'll have that problem of buffering. Buffering problem will come. So here what will happen is, put it as auto, number one. And number two is, if you have 5 Mbps, you can watch it on HD. If you have 2.5 Mbps, 720 pixels, and 1.1 Mbps, that is 3G, then 480. If you have 4G, you can watch on 720. I think the ones who are watching on 1080 needs more data. 4K needs even more data. 8K is also there. Okay, so this is how it is. Yeah, so good. Now, notes and materials. Now, whatever notes you're preparing, now see, today I've prepared PPT. So the notes, materials, whatever you're doing, the PPT or the Excel, Word, please use genuine Office, Microsoft Office, number one. Number two is have an antivirus, because otherwise what will happen is, if your system has got a virus, it will get into the macro of MS Word or anything, and all your students are going to download it, their systems will be infected. PDF also you can have. Now, you use Google Drive. Okay, Google Drive, you can upload the content, whatever you want. 5 GB free you get, I think. So you can upload whatever you want on Google Drive, especially the notes. The other day, one of my favorite teachers, he called me up and told, Anant, my external hard drive crashed, and all the hard work that I've done, my entire notes, it is all gone. Oh, 15 GB is it? Super. Okay, so all gone, he said. So why, sir, don't you have a copy of it in email? Few I have, Anant, not all. So my sincere suggestion for all of you is, whatever your important files are, put it on Google Drive. So benefit of that, wherever you are in the world, you can access it. And even if your hard drive cons off also, it crashes also, no problem. Okay. Can we get same quality by downloading video? Yes. You can get the same quality. Whatever you uploaded, you can download it and you can get it. No problem on that. Okay, but while downloading a video, it asks you what is the quality that you want. Mention that the highest quality that it shows. Now in Google Drive also, many teachers make this mistake. Okay, listen to this carefully. Many teachers make this mistake, and the mistake is they make the file as anyone can edit. Please, for God's sake, don't make it anyone can edit, because the other day one teacher uploaded a Word file. Students took pornographic photos, put it in that Word file, and then the teacher was shocked because everybody who downloaded it got the pornographic files. So my suggestion is make it as anyone can view, not anyone can edit, anyone can comment. No, only people can view. Okay, so this is very, very important in Google Drive, or you can use Dropbox, and you can also share. And especially PhD research scholars, once again, research scholars, say hi to me, all of you. Research scholars, how many of you? Say hi to me. The other day, one of my friends, they uploaded some thesis on this one. What is that? One of the email servers. I'm not going to tell you which one. And then when they checked the plagiarism, it was 100% plagiarized. My God. Hard work of so many years gone for a toss. Then they had to use article spin rotator and whatnot and change the wordings, but that is not how you have to do it. So my suggestion is use Proton Mail. Proton Mail, please use it for sending and receiving emails, especially if it is confidential in nature. Use LibreOffice if you don't want to invest on Microsoft Office. And this is a fantastic course for all of you. Coursera. In Coursera, there is a superb course called as Learning to Teach Online, because we need to know how to teach online. For that, Learning to Teach Online is a free course which you can enroll for. I told you 4 types of learners. Who are the 4 types of learners? All of you, please answer. Who are the 4 types of learners? Quickly, let's see who's going to answer first. Who are the 4 types of learners? I put 3 here. Difficult to answer, no? Visual, I know. It's visual, auditory, kinesthetic, and read write. Okay, so that's how it is. Now also it's always nice if the students know how the syllabus is divided into modules, on which day what class you're going to take up and all that. It's a superb technology, a tool that you can use called as Chalk. So go to chalk.com and you can create these beautiful modules so that students know on this day which class you're going to take. They can follow up, and also if they're going to be absent, they know what they're going to miss out. So this is how it is. Yeah, Shraddha Kamath, you're right. It's visual, auditory, reading, and kinesthetic. Read, write, and kinesthetic. Super. Okay, so chalk.com, please use it. And also learn some ways how to make your classes engaging. Now, this is a question for you, for all of you. Now, there are many squares there. How many squares are there? Let's see who's going to tell the right answer. How many squares? How many squares? 5, 10, 9, 11, 10, 7. Okay. All right. So right now there are 11 squares. I think Sudha ma'am said the right answer. So congratulations, ma'am. You are right. So there are 11 squares. And right now many are telling you it was 12. Huh? Where did that extra square come? Okay. So make your students feel valued always. Okay. Make them feel valued. They feel good. They should have the positive vibes to attend your lectures, and mute all of them. Mute all of them. If they have any questions, they can put it in the comment section here. So we're getting Varaganti has also said 11, correct. Chandanji has said 11. Many are filling 11. Superb. So very nice. Okay. Set deadlines. I've seen many people not using Google Calendar, number 1. So use Google Calendar, set deadlines, and don't change the deadlines. Okay, stick on to it and give breaks whenever necessary. I play music when I take my classes, especially during the breaks, 5 minutes break. I play some nice music, instrumental, Zakir Hussein's tabla, or Pandita Chaurasia's music and all that I play. But don't play songs like Char Bottle Vodka, Kam Mera Rose Ka, and all that nonsense. Okay, no, because play something nice which will help them stimulate the dopamine in their head, not make them get back to their last weekend's party mode. Okay, this is very important. lock the door. I've seen children barging in, somebody coming with minimal clothes when the classes are going on. It's going to be a huge embarrassment because many of your family members would not know that you're engaging a lecture. And also, see, look at this. I'm showing you. I've worn my trousers. Okay, I've worn my trousers. So you should also be fully dressed. Not this Zoom wear dressing and all is not at all allowed. Why? Because if you do this, you'll be half-hearted. You will not be full-hearted. You will not be that the mode will be such that you are not in your 100%. So dress well and engage your lecture. And on WhatsApp group, the technology that you're using for communication is WhatsApp, right? Make sure that none of the students can comment in that particular. They can post messages in the group. Only admin can post messages in the group. And if they want to tell something to you, they can send you a DM. DM stands for direct message. So direct message they can do, but no, because in the group, otherwise what will happen is if you give them the permission, one thing is they'll start bombing you. Second is somebody may put some dirty clip also, you never know, and then it's going to be terrible. And synchronize all your devices. So if you're using your home laptop and office laptop and all that, synchronize. Calendar should be synchronized. And remember, 5 minutes always, 5 minutes early is on time. On time is late, and late is unacceptable. Always. Okay. You should be the first one to come. And another important thing which I want to tell is the do's and don'ts. So doubt clarification sessions, please keep. Please keep doubt clarification sessions and respond. People are asking so many questions. Please respond to them. This is very important. And another important thing is this is one nice QR code. You can download it later. It's got some important points which you can check and how to engage better classes. This is one nice tool which I want all of you to know. It's called Google Lens. Now in this Google Lens, maths teachers, you just write a problem, scan it using Google Lens, it'll give you the answer. My God. Terrible, right? Not terrible, terrific, everything it is. Now, why am I telling this to you is, if you give an assignment to a student and if they can just Google and sit and give you the answer in 2 seconds, what is the point? Therefore, make sure that the assignment that you give, first you Google Lens it. Use it on Google, check with the lens whether it gives you the answer. Only if it doesn't give, then you give. It should be like that IIT. In IIT, they have these questions, the exams, which are called as open book tests. So in open book tests, basically what happens is they ask the student to get the textbook and come. Even if the textbook is there, he or she will not get the answer. So that type of assignment should be given. Repeat, so that it gets drilled into the head. And I told you I use GeoMeet because it's made in India. So one thing which I want to tell all of you, which I loved in this today's session, is also that enable meeting room. Don't allow people to join before the host comes in. And the meeting username and password, don't send it in the same mail. So this is very, very important. Many girls, they use Snapchat. Many girls use Snapchat and the Snap camera. So please, parents, if you're giving your phone to your children, 2 things. Number 1, parental control should be enabled before giving the phone. Parental control. It is there in iOS as well as Android. Parental control. Go to YouTube and put how to enable parental control in my phone. Otherwise, they may check your WhatsApp, they may check your gallery, and then they may know many things about you, which probably you would not know about yourself. Okay. So this is the number 1. Second, the Snap camera and all these add-ons. Look at this. I use Snap camera and all. Do you think my students would like it if I show these hearts and all? Some girl may think that probably I'm putting this to impress her. Would I ever do such a thing? Therefore, please be careful. Forget me, a minister in Pakistan, his cat filter was enabled and he looked like a cat. And you know that in Snapchat, the dog filter, cat filter, and all these things are there. So careful. Okay. You can use Jitsi if there are more than 100 people in your particular session, like 110, 120, 150, no problem. And adversities. So don't allow guest users, never. Okay. And don't give the permission to share for students. It should be host only. Suddenly everything goes, it becomes blank. What to do? Don't worry. Nothing. Don't choke. Contingency plan should be ready. Understand what and all may go back. Now, for example, I have my second laptop ready here. This comes off, no problem. Laptop comes off, no problem. Phone is there. So contingency plan. Make sure that if something fails, because anything can fail. When heart fails, why wouldn't a laptop fail? Anything can fail. So you should be prepared. Okay, and sometimes system may restart, so you have to be very careful that restart and all that. Don't give later, so that when your session is there, suddenly the laptop restarts. Always have two devices with you. Use a teleprompter. Even some of the, it's a secret. Okay, it's a secret. Even the best politician uses teleprompter. Who are those politicians? I'm not going to tell you. Know. So what's a teleprompter? Teleprompter is a device which gives the script. It keeps giving the script. Now you may be asking me, are you using a teleprompter? No, I'm not using. Right now, I'm not using. So teleprompters can be used. And ask somebody to put, hello, I'll be back shortly, so that they know that you're going to come back. Like, for example, today, when we started today's session, the initial glitch was there. So what? It's to err is natural, no, human and all that. But people should know that you're going to come back. So there was somebody who said that Deepika ma'am is going to come back in some time. Fine, we all waited. So this is how it is. So we have to be prepared for adversities. Technology is like a double-edged sword, and how many advantages are there? Equally number of disadvantages are there. And always do a dry run. I always tell my presentation is always the second presentation. First presentation, I do it in my brain. In my head, it's done, and then the second I deliver it to you. And take a printout of the presentation. Attendance, as somebody asked me that time, you can use Google Meet if it is an enterprise edition, or a Zoom paid version, gives you attendance as well as tracking how much time that person was present. So all these features are there, but we need to be ready to pay. Never use laptop or desktop when it is dark. You will screw your eyes. And always buy these glasses. These glasses, it starts from 900 rupees. Okay, these are called blue ray blocking glasses. So because digital devices emit blue rays which will harm your eyes, so you have this, nothing will happen to your eyes if you wear it. And neck and neck problem is also there. If your laptop or desktop is not at 0-degree angle, you know that your head is 4 kilo. The more you bend, the more you strain. If it is 60-degree bend, 27 kilo strain. I'm pretty sure many of you are having neck pain. Neck pain. If neck pain is there, what will happen? At home, everybody will have a pain. Why? Because your mood will be bad and you will start shouting at everybody. So instead, take care of your health. Health is wealth. And for every 20 minutes of screen time, for 20 seconds, look 20 feet away so that you don't strain your eyes. Only 2 eyes we have, no? And Cyber Safe Girl is one book which I will be giving all of you, along with what? The PPT today, so that you understand the 40 different cyber crimes that are happening in the world and what are the precautionary measures that you need to take in order to be cyber safe. And also remember, in India, to drive a car or ride a two-wheeler, you are expected to know the Indian Motor Vehicle Act. You should have the driving license, but to use the internet, you should know the cyber law. If you don't know the cyber law, you may commit some crime without knowing. For example, a student, when the online class was going on, he posted a pornographic clip. Why? To trouble the teacher. But the student did not know. As per the 67B of the IT Act, the child will have to pay 10 lakh rupees fine or 5 years jail or both. Would you think the child would have committed this crime if he or she knew? Therefore, my sincere request to all of you is, create a rule book and send it to all the students. And tell them do's and don'ts so that they know what they can do and what they cannot do. This is important. And also your Wi-Fi. Secure your Wi-Fi. We are telling technology. Wi-Fi is on. Neighbor or somebody will come. Wall driving it is called. He will park the car outside your house. Connect your Wi-Fi. Send one threatening mail to the President of India. And then the IP address would be yours. My God, what a danger. UAPA. Do you remember? Yes. So be careful about your Wi-Fi. And also buy this camera cover. You never know when your camera is recording you. Camera cover. Close it like a sliding window. Open it when you are using. Use annotation tools by Google to write whatever you want to tell. And read this book. Little Black Book for Teachers. Especially for the new age teachers, to make them engage, world-class presentations. Okay, Little Black Book for Teachers, and these are some of the other books that I've authored. I would love it if you can read them, because all proceeds from the sales of the books are used for nation building and charitable activities. Now, if you have any questions, you are most welcome to shoot. If I know the answers, I'm going to answer. If I don't know, I will Google. Okay, and remember what Vidya Balan said. Entertainment is about the movies. Similarly, to deliver world-class presentations, rehearse, and rehearse. Okay? Yeah. So good luck on your next presentation. Killer presentation. And remember, less is more. Somebody asked my contact number. There you go. I use only one phone, so it's the same number that I use. I don't take calls. Please don't call me. Please WhatsApp. Okay. So 895151111, educateanand@gmail.com, and I would be very happy if you would follow my page on Facebook. It's called Educator Anand, facebook.com/educateanand. You can search on Google Anand Prabhu Gurpur. You'll get my page. Like it. Thank you very much for listening to me for 1.5 hours without a break. Not easy, I know. If I have not covered something, please excuse me. And once again, thanks to St. Aloysius College and Government First Grade College in Chandra sir, especially Deepika ma'am, for the opportunity. Really glad and thankful to all of you. So if you have any questions, please shoot.
So, Dr. Anand Prabhu sir, you made my work very easy today by taking majority of the questions from chat boxes. So I'm very happy. Otherwise, I used to take all the questions and I used to redirect to the resource person. So excellent presentation and mind-blowing information you are given to our teachers, sir. We have some questions which I'm going to ask one by one so that you can give an answer to them. Pavitra Gowda has asked one question. How can we know that students are following us in class? I feel maybe concentrating our lecture in the class.
See, it's a very good question that ma'am has asked. So there are 2-3 things here. Attendees attendance tracking feature is not there right now. It was there till the last iteration of Zoom, but now they've removed it because they told that you're invading the privacy. So that is why that feature is not there. The only way where you can do it is the 5-minute rule that I follow. That is, when I start my lecture, the first 5 minutes are used to ask questions of the previous lecture. Okay, I randomly ask questions to the students, and those who answer, I give them 5 marks. Like 5 marks are allotted exclusively for the internals from the questions that I asked from the previous lecture. So this way, the students come prepared. Number 1. Number 2 is last 5 minutes of the lecture, I make the students answer what I have taught in the class. So that way they have to listen. And in the middle, I make sure that randomly I ask somebody to repeat whatever I have said. Now, these are the 3 things that I do. And also it depends upon how strict you are as a faculty. Now, in my case, I am absolutely cool. Okay. If a student comes and cracks a joke with me or tells me anything, I'm absolutely fine outside the class. But when it comes inside the class, I always tell, I'm a terror. I'm a terror, and I am the Shah Rukh Khan of my class. If I'm on the stage, I'm the Shah Rukh Khan. I'm the showstopper. What I do is final. Nobody else can tell anything that they want. So that is how it has to be. So if you have that absolute command over your class, whether there are 100 people, 500 people, 1 lakh people, doesn't matter, but you should be the best. You should have the control, and you should always make it a dialogue, not a monologue. You should ask questions to the students, hammer them. And if they're not answering properly, hammer them, give them impositions, make them feel that if they have to attend your lecture, they have to be quiet and they have to be present. I don't want physically present students and mentally absent. I have never taken attendance in my class. I repeat, I've never taken attendance in my class. Only those who want to attend who are interested to learn, they come to my class, and thankfully I have full attendance all the time. And even though I don't take attendance, students come and ask me that if they're not able to attend the next lecture, they come and take prior permission and they go. Why? This is the love and bonding that I have with them, and I'm sure that even you can inculcate the same with your students as well.
Dr. Prafulla D. Kulkarni is asking, kindly inform about the efficacy and in-class utility of the LMS, that is Edmondo, for the benefits of the teaching fraternity.
Has she mentioned any LMS name, sir?
Edmondo, sir. Edmondo.
I've not used. I'm sorry, sir. I've not used. I use Google Classroom, and Google Classroom is fantastic. Now, why is it fantastic? I'll tell you. The thing is, if I'm taking a Google Meet or any lecture, all the students in my college, they've got a @sayadri.edu.in domain. Okay, the emails they have. Now, I will never have the problem of somebody coming from other emails to my lecture. Because if somebody is going to come, it's going to tell me that somebody outside your domain is going to come. So this is where most of my problem of uninvited guests coming into the lecture, number one. And then Google Classroom is so good that we can grade, we can create tests, we can evaluate performance, attendance tracking, and all that. So I've not used Edmondo, but I will make sure that I will go through Edmondo once. And if ma'am contacts me later, I will give her a feedback on that.
Siddhalingaya SG is asking, when technology develops, our memory will comes down. What is your opinion?
Definitely, more and more technology would make us lazier, and we would be so much handicapped without them. That is why I made it a point to tell that neurobics is very important, where you have to keep growing your brain, because brain is like a muscle. You can grow it. The more you exercise your brain, the better it gets, the better the neural pathways and the connections, and that makes you much more smarter and sharper. In the end of the day, the smartest and the sharpest man is recognized in the room, and not the most handsome man.
So one participant is asking, how to motivate slow learners in the class?
Okay, so the first thing is you need to make sure that you take the IQ test of all the students. You try to understand whether why is that person a slow learner. Now, if I am there is a tree, and I ask the animals to climb the tree. Monkey would come first. Tiger would come second. But if I ask a fish to climb the tree, then the fish would live all its life thinking it's a loser. So first thing we need to understand is whether the child fits there or not. If not, you ask the child to change the course only. There is no harm in that. I always tell, Margadarshak Seva Kendra should be set up in every city, every village, every town. What is this? It's a career guidance center, which tells, because every child is a genius. I repeat, every child is a genius, but we need to discover that genius in the child. Now, this is a process. This is an arduous process, which we have to work on. Now, for this role of teacher, parent, career counselor, everybody comes into picture. So once you identify that the student is good at something, probably the student is not good for academics at all. Why ask that student to study? Instead, you ask the student to get into sports or IT or something different where the student has passion. Because I always tell, what you are passionate about, the flow will be so good that you would not know the time pass. But if you don't like something, you'll be waiting for Friday. Why? So that you can party on Saturday and Sunday. And on Sunday, you'll be depressed. Why? Because you have to go back to work or study on Monday. So this is the thing. So identify what you're passionate about. Definitely, you will not be a slow learner there. But there may be some students who are having ADHD or some of these problems which come with the human physiology. In that case, then it's a different story altogether.
We have two more questions, sir. Madam Sudha is asking, can we use VR and AR or MR for commerce and management subjects?
Definitely. I am an MBA and I use it for my MBA students. Definitely. You can use it, and you can make the numbers come to life, and students would love it. Please use it.
So there's a last question from Vinata K. Can psychological experiments be conducted through the use of technology because they are conducted on humans?
Not all. Few of them, very few of them. But as I said, Technology has its own limitations. So all of them, we cannot do it. Even for that matter, most of the mechanical and some of the faculties were asking, how can you dissect something online? Of course you can't. That is why 75% offline classes we need, 25% online we need. Now, why online is because once things bounce back, once everything is normal, still we need online classes. I'm going to recommend to the Higher Education Minister of India as well as Karnataka not to have 6 days classes. The student should have 4 days classes and 2 days online, so that online classes will be only for 2 or 3 hours, and then the student will have hands-on experience. That internship should not be only during vacation. Internship should be an ongoing process, so that the practicality is what a student has to learn. He or she gets while studying. They can also earn while they learn, like how it happens in the US, and they'll become Atmanirbhar. So Atmanirbhar should not only be a tagline, it should be something that comes into effect. If it has to come into effect, we have to make some changes, and NEP has definitely considered most of the things, but there are a few more things which should be done. I'm pretty sure that the team would work on it for sure.
So we have come to an end of the today's session, sir. Many participants are asking in this FDP itself, we should hold 1 or 2 more lecture on this topic with the Anand Prabhu, sir. But already the session is already scheduled. I'm very happy with the feedback of the participants, and you have fulfilled all our expectations, sir. Definitely, all the participants are very, very happy with the 3-day session, right from the day one and yesterday's as well as today, and today's mind-blowing session, sir. So thank you very much. Before we close, now I request Dr. Jyotsna Mahesh, Madam, Associate Professor and Head of the Department of Political Science, Government First Aid College for Women, Balmata, Mangalore, Dakshina Kannada, Karnataka, to propose a vote of thanks. Over to you, madam.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It's an honor for me to thank all those who have cooperated with us to conduct today's program. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Very
Yes,
clear.
yes,
we can even see you smile.
Yes.
So nice. Yes, ma'am.
Resource person of today's program, Dr. Anand Prabhu, Professor and Cyber Security, Cyber Law Trainer, Sahyadri College of Engineering and Management, Mangalore, has very effectively presented on the topic, Role of Technology in the New Education Era. Excellent, informative presentation. He introduced us to so many tools for effective teaching. It will definitely help us. On behalf of Government First Grade College for Women, Balmata, Mangalore, and St. Aloysius College, Autonomous, Mangalore, I express heartfelt thanks to you, Dr. Anand Prabhu.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you,
Our
sir.
sincere thanks to Dr. Jagdish Bala, Principal, Government First Grade College for Women, Balmata, Mangalore, and Reverend Father Dr. Praveen Mates, SJ, Principal, St. Aloysius College, Autonomous, Mangalore, for their wholehearted support and encouragement. Special thanks to FDP convener Dr. Chandrasekhara K and the entire team for working hard to conduct the program. Lastly, I thank from bottom of my heart to all the esteemed delegates for your participation and encouragement. We appreciate your urge for knowledge. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, sir.